Welcome to my channel, Sella Buzz. The bad guy was her. She was the third espouse. Camilla the Queen, the other woman as she is known, has been located convicted of Princess Diana's murder. The Buckingham has been shaken by the unsettling verdict. Palace and astounded the entire globe. As the entire narrative develops, the public awaits with anticipation. What might have caused the sentence of Queen Camilla? Come along as we provide more information about this dramatic twist in royal history. A time in which the monarchy was shaken. The royal family of Britain family has long been recognized as emblem of custom, elegance, and solidarity. They are thought to be crucial for maintaining the country collectively and as a representative stability in an ever-changing world shifting. But behind the glitz of the public and Buckingham Palace, despite appearances, there have been hidden conflicts. Recent occurrences have provided insight on these covert disputes, demonstrating that families are not as cohesive as they shows up. In the course of a live broadcast, something unexpected happened in front of millions of people who watched. Princess Anne, who is renowned for her direct nature and fervent convictions, publicly disputed with Queen Camilla. This action's audacity left viewers were astounded. It is quite uncommon for members of the royal family to go off against one another in public, which makes this instance even more shocking. Anne's annoyance was clear when she voiced her concerns regarding Camilla's growing influence and the way that she was directing the royal family. Her remarks had an effect, expressing a deep displeasure with the manner in which matters were being managed in private. The circumstances were already tense, but then an incident occurred that made it even more unexpected. Princess Charlotte, in spite of her youth, boldly revealed her thoughts, reiterating the sentiments of her aunt. She spoke deliberately and strongly. Her involvement surprised everyone in the dispute. This demonstrated a shift in the youngest members of the royal family, were now voicing their opinions and questioning ancient traditions for a voice in the monarchy's the future. The mood in the room was tense, making it difficult to ignore. Observers could detect the importance of the occasion, realizing that it wasn't only a minor dispute, but an indication of anything bigger. It wasn't just regarding personal disputes, but revealed a more profound rift between the royal family. Some participants desired to hold on to the past and uphold customs in any way expenses, but others believed the monarchy has to adapt in order to stay significant in contemporary times. Social networking took off as anticipated. Videos of the dispute swiftly gained millions of views on social media, people offering their thoughts. Princess was admired by many, Princess Charlotte and Anne for being brave and standing up for their convictions. Nevertheless, some individuals rejected, claiming that the family disagreements ought to be kept confidential and not captured on camera. The dispute proceeded with strong opinions regarding all sides. This incident has caused many people all throughout the world are curious about what lays the royal family's future. Are they capable of preserving their customs obligations while satisfying contemporary demands? Will the younger royal members' family has a greater impact on forming the monarchy's future? And most importantly, how will Queen Camilla respond to this outright contestation of her authority? The royal family is at a turning point moment when directives should be followed silently and acting as though everything is, the fine might be, over. Younger participants are speaking up now and sharing without fear their thoughts or challenge customs. It's unclear whether this will be the more transparent and cohesive monarchy or if it will lead to more disputes. What might have resulted are, in the conflict between Princess Anne, the audacious confrontation alongside Queen Camilla. The royal family of Britain family recently went through a startling moment that has drawn interest of individuals worldwide. Princess Anne, renowned for being simple, had an unforeseen disagreement with Queen Camilla at a public gathering. This incident took place at a fundraising charity event consciousness regarding mental health, and it offered a unique perspective on how the monarchy, while cameras captured, while everyone stared with disbelief, Anne set out about her concerns about Queen Camilla's authority and decisions. Enormous benefit if you have someone who it is identifiable as such and not only within your nation, but around the world. Her remarks were straightforward and proceeded contrary to the anticipated conduct of Regal. There have been rumors of familial strife, had existed for some time, but this was, for the first time, Someone publicly stated their frustrations. Anne's choice to talk it sparked a significant backlash from royalty in the open. Some were impressed by her courage and believed it was critical to address these problems, while others questioned whether family issues ought to be discussed. Outside, the occasion grew even more intriguing since the young Princess Charlotte appeared out of the blue. She stood with assurance beside her aunt, displaying extraordinary poise. Even despite being a little toddler, she appeared to comprehend the gravity of the circumstance and remained steadfastly with her aunt. Her presence sent a powerful message, implying that a fresh wave of the royals are prepared to stand up and speak out, defending their convictions. Numerous individuals I was pleased to see Charlotte stand with assurance, unfazed by Thestris in her immediate vicinity. Camilla the Queen, who is renowned for being calm and elegant, maintained her dignity during the communication. However, perceptive people could see the strain in her expression, despite the fact that she didn't get into a furious dispute. The incident demonstrated that not all members of the royal family is in agreement with one another. This was a rare and sincere occasion, where sincere feelings surfaced from the typical unity facade. As the video shared on social media, individuals from people from all over the world expressed their opinions. Anne was praised by some for being sincere and courageous while speaking on subjects things have seen too much neglect. Regardless of personal beliefs, everyone recognized the significance of the circumstance. It demonstrated that regardless of the royal family's position as royalty, has the same problems as everyone else. Family. This incident has triggered a broader conversation regarding the challenges encountered by contemporary royal families. As when expectations shift, the tension to balance customs with contemporary ideas rises. Princess Anne's integrity and Charlotte's poise indicates a shift in the way that the younger generation might manage their obligations. Let's investigate the distinctive manner in which things evolved in the monarchy, a new chapter in royal history. Family. Clearly amazing, and she's been a tiny bit of heaven's delight, but, however, at the same time, it's more accountability. Princess Charlotte possesses generally regarded as the gentle and reticent royal family member, but that recently changed when she stood beside Princess Anne, her aunt. She boldly assumed the spotlight, demonstrating that not only does she have a royal name, but she also courage and disposition. This wasn't a typical family moment. It was a distinctive perspective on how things are evolving inside the monarchy. The royal family is renowned for their grace and poise, seldom exhibiting disputes in the public eye. But while they were being recorded, a discernible tension existed in the air. Anne, Princess, is renowned for being direct, she said. Concerns regarding Queen Camilla's growing impact. There had been conjecture regarding this tension, but seeing it, it was unexpected that it happened live. And indeed, young people were in the middle of it all. Charlotte, firmly maintaining her position in a way that took everyone by surprise. Even despite her youth, Charlotte demonstrated there is no age limit to such confidence. Rather than passively watching, she courageously joined the discussion between Anne and, speaking with grace and purpose, Camilla. Everyone was in awe of what she did. Individuals questioned how a little kid could manage herself rather effectively in a conversation that was filled with emotion and brimming with family background. In spite of her advanced age, in addition to taking part, Charlotte furthermore participated in a discussion that many grown-ups would stay away. The audience members were enthralled with the tiny princess. The media was flooded with praise for her. Many commended her courage, self-confidence, and readiness to speak up when things get tough. In the modern society, where youth are encouraged to express their thoughts, Charlotte's actions made a big difference. She was more than a little girl in the midst of a dispute inside the family. She stood for a contemporary monarchy that is evolving. For many years, the royal family has a long history of being really formal, but Charlotte revealed a new side by being more audacious, implying a change to honesty and transparency going forward. She's shown that being a royal doesn't need to be silent, but instead defending your convictions, even in difficult times. Once the dispute subsided, clearly visible that Charlotte's voice had a profound effect. Her courage was more than a fleeting emotion. but the beginning of something significant. As the royal family changes, Charlotte is essential to that transformation. The young princess has grown increasingly independent, confident, and is prepared to perform a significant contribution to the future of the royal family. She has proven her readiness to challenge the status quo conventions, and many believe that this is simply the beginning of her journey. This particular moment has emphasized that Princess Charlotte is not just following the rules, she is reshaping it as well. A unique bond beyond generations within the complex network of the royal family of Britain. Connections frequently produce patterns that endure for generations. A unique bond is created. Princess Charlotte's relationship with her great Princess Anne, an aunt based on mentoring, commonalities, and reciprocal respect. This relationship has captured the interest of both royal supporters and the public, because to its distinctive and endearing disposition. Charlotte the princess is, despite just being 9, she is already beginning to demonstrate the traits of a future monarch head. The prince, her parents, and the Princess of Wales is ensuring that she obtains appropriate direction by incorporating, in her royal role, Princess Anne instruction. Princess Anne is well known for her strong commitment and direct mindset, is serving as a guide to Charlotte by providing a crash lesson for her with royal responsibilities. This mentoring relationship with Princess Anne is more than just a teacher. Royal manners. Princess Anne instructs Charlotte's approach to public events, engage in charity endeavors. You maintain your modesty while leading an opulent life in the royal family. For Charlotte, these lessons are only one aspect of sessions. She learns throughout these unique moments, from a person who has experience with royal life, with tenacity and resolve. Many parallels have been noted by observers between Anne and Charlotte, suggesting that the young princess has some beautiful traits with her great aunt. They both exhibit a confident and aggressive style that makes people pay attention. One instance of this is when Charlotte corrects her brothers in public, as Anne once did, demonstrating compassion and authority. While festivities of the Platinum Jubilee of the Charlotte, the late Queen, was spotted reminding Prince George of appropriate behavior, it is comparable to Anne's emphasis on specifics and appropriate conduct. Their reciprocal enthusiasm for sports enhances their bind. Princess Anne, a talented equestrian who has competed for great during the Olympics, Britain most likely enjoys encouraging Charlotte's increasing interest in sports. This shared affection for sport serve as the foundation for activities that strengthen their bond, including attending sporting activities with one another and holding cordial discussions on their preferred teams and athletes. Princess Anne has consistently been a fervent advocate for her brother now, throughout his life, King Charles III. This assistance has served as an example for Charlotte, who is anticipated to provide assistance Prince George, her older brother, in a comparable manner. According to experts, Charlotte will provide support and dependability for George, similar to Charles has been for Anne. This demonstrates the significance of sibling support in the royal family and its potential for longevity generations. The mentoring relationship between Anne, additionally, Charlotte is not merely a passive relationship, but one that is proactive and intended to Charlotte's preparation for her future as a royal. Charlotte is being taught by Anne everything, including how-to discussions to comprehend charity labor. Anne emphasizes the significance of establishing connections with individuals from various life, a talent she has cultivated over many years of service. Charlotte is willing to learn and is absorbing these lessons with enthusiasm, frequently putting her newly acquired abilities to use in public happenings. Their relationship is evident when in public. They are spotted along with little gestures have a big impact. This might be a fleeting look and offering Charlotte listening or offering some guidance, close to Anne. At family get-togethers and formal gatherings, people have observed Charlotte frequently visits Anne for counsel and companionship. These instances demonstrate their proximity and provide the people with a peek into the affectionate environment that is shaping the little princess. As a princess, as Charlotte ages, the advice from it is anticipated that her great-aunt will play an important part of her development. The values that Princess Anne taught, including as diligence, humility, and a feeling of accountability, will probably have an impact Charlotte as she navigates the royal family. Their intimate relationship and similar life events will persist, to fortify, giving Charlotte completion and continuation of the heritage of strong and encouraging royal family women. The connection between Princess Charlotte and the British royal family, and Anne, the value of family and mentoring relationships. This touching tale demonstrates how instructions are transmitted across generations. Charlotte and Princess Anne take on the Queen Camilla on live television. The royal family of Britain became well-known worldwide when Princess Charlotte and Princess Anne challenged Queen Camilla live on television during a charitable function. This unexpected moment stunned viewers and resulted in conversations regarding the conflict within the monarchy. The incident, which was allegedly in an effort to increase mental health awareness, shifted course as tensions increased. Princess Anne is well known due to her strong beliefs, and direct went up and addressed Queen Camilla personally in front of many of people. They typically serene and elegant royal, the atmosphere grew emotional as Anne questioned Camilla's leadership and royal family decisions. The royal family has consistently ensured that seem unified and appropriate, refraining from airing private disputes in public. However, this time was different. As feelings were unvarnished and unadulterated, viewers were enthralled as Anne bravely questioned Camilla's participation in royal matters. The scene was further enhanced by Princess Charlotte's participation was incredible, surprisingly. In spite of her youth, Charlotte was quite composed and self-assurance, joining her aunt in a fearless conflict. Her naive beauty identified terms associated with many individuals, demonstrating that even the youngest members of the royal family don't hesitate to express their opinions. Charlotte's involvement revealed the rise of a new royal generation that is prepared to stand up and question established norms out regarding their concerns. Queen Camilla was taken aback by the altercation, but maintained composure. Her face displayed some internal turmoil, yet she remained calm as usual. The space felt tense, and everyone could see that this was more than a minor argument. It was an instance that demonstrated how we're evolving inside the monarchy. Social media blew up with responses as anticipated. Numerous individuals, Anne and Charlotte, were praised for being courageous and vocal, despite the fact that they belonged to the regal family. A few disagreed, stating the disagreement should have been kept confidential rather than being broadcast on television. Typically, the royal family is perceived as enigmatic, but this unguarded moment revealed a more relatable and genuine side of them, in all their flaws and feelings. Following this heated dispute, as it turned out, the royal family is evolving. This altercation may be a noteworthy occasion, suggesting that the days of hiding and remaining silent arguments are coming to an end. The monarchy is now moving in the direction of a more clear-cut and uncomplicated method of handling disputes. Let's investigate the Queen Camilla's response. The Queen Camilla's poise under stressful situations. A recent interaction on television with Princess Charlotte and Anne have placed in the spotlight is Queen Camilla. Her calm reaction to a stressful situation showed her poise and composure. Camilla, renowned for her grace, ended up in a difficult family circumstance when Anne doubted her ability to influence the royal family. This public altercation has not only attracted spectators' attention worldwide, but furthermore illustrated Camilla's composure under duress. As the discussion went on, the room became nervous. Anne's voice was irritated as she voiced her concerns, being explicit that this family get-together wasn't normal. With Princess Charlotte, who is young, joined in as well, the circumstance turned into more delicate and intricate. Individuals, the world was watching with bated breath to observe Queen Camilla's ability to this public and sentimental familial conversation. Rather than feeling defensive or irritated, Camilla took an alternative path. She answered with a combination of amazement and silent force and restraint. Some individuals in her circumstances would have disregarded or retaliated against the problems fully, but Camilla understood the importance of the circumstance. She remained calm, listening intently rather than making everything worse. Her choice to maintain composure demonstrated a deep understanding of what it actually requires for the royal family to have a leader. Keeping your cool under pressure. Sometimes, such as when you receive criticism, difficult, Camilla demonstrated her ability to prioritize family harmony by remaining composed and written when criticized. She suppressed her feelings, regulate her, and instead replied with dignity, emphasizing that actual power resides in quiet assurance as opposed to dispute loudly. Social media was overrun, with thoughts following the occurrence. A few commended Camilla for maintaining her composure and being seen as smart and patient. Others asked whether there were any underlying problems in the royal family, wondering whether this altercation was an isolated incident or a component of a larger issue. In spite of the conjecture, it was clear Camilla had gained the admiration of many for the way she managed the circumstance, gracefully. Rather than responding immediately, when attempting to cut the discussion short, she allowed herself time to reflect. By taking action, she demonstrated that it is feasible to disagree within the royal family without dividing people. Her response encouraged a more cautious approach to handling disputes, suggesting that difficult conversations, even if they're challenging, can result in individual expansion. Queen Camilla demonstrated that actual being graceful is the source of power, tolerant and open to hearing, even when confronted with criticism and family issues. This was not merely a public debate on television. It was an exhibition of her personality and a reminder that family is important, crucial, even for monarchs. A king or queen storm. The royal family of Britain is well known for serving as a representation of custom, elegance, and solidarity. However, a recent conflict between Princess Charlotte, Princess Anne, and as demonstrated by Queen Camilla. There are conflicts in the family that might alter the future of the monarchy. The incident was shown live on television, exposing shifts in authority within the royal home. The royal dynasty has adhered to a rigid set of guidelines for a long time. Typically, they lack public disputes and are expected to demonstrate harmony. Princess Anne, though, who is renowned for being straightforward, defied this unspoken guideline when she publicly doubted the power of Queen Camilla. It was unexpected to hear Anne speak so freely, but it wasn't entirely surprising given her strength character. She has consistently been self-reliant and not scared to make a statement from the family's other members. This time, her statements were more meaningful since she had the support of Princess Charlotte. Charlotte used to catch people off guard as a child, by participating in the conflict. Her involvement wasn't just a little thing, it had purpose. Historically, members of the royal family were instructed to be silent during disputes. However, Charlotte displayed courage and resolve. Her behavior indicated that the younger royal family members may not always simply follow the customs. She showed maturity by supporting her aunt, past her years. This incident has resulted in a lot of discussion around what it might entail for the future monarchy. Many those who are royal family fans think the dispute demonstrates a shift toward opening up to the public more. Individuals, for years, they have maintained that the monarchy is too estranged from ordinary society. In spite of the dispute, this moment of candor has made the royal family seem more accessible to the general population. Numerous individuals have demonstrated a tremendous commitment to Princess Charlotte and Anne. They're regarded as courageous defenders of integrity. In a royal organization that frequently chastised for failing to demonstrate feelings, social media users have been applauding them for raising their voices. A few think that their bravery could inspire additional royal family members to be more forthcoming with their thoughts in the future. This does not satisfy everyone. A novel approach to tasks. The monarchy typically concentrates on managing how they're observed and openly discussed. Disagreements may lead to problems. If members of the royal family begin publicly, arguments between people could be harmful. The standing of the organization. Some individuals who favor things to remain unchanged consider that disagreements should be kept confidential. Maintain the dignity of the crown and appropriate. The possibility exists that the changed new perspective on information sharing can lead to further disputes within the household. Charlotte and Anne might have received backing from the general population, although their behavior might lead to issues inside the household. Camilla the Queen, who is already playing a more significant role, is already being extensively observed by the media and the general public. This circumstance could make it more difficult for her, particularly if other family members begin to question her impact. Could this result in modifications to customs and daily activities of the royals? Possible modification to the monarchy. The royal family of Britain is renowned for being conventional, elegant, and steady. They have consistently displayed a put-up a united face and avoided arguing, private within the family. However, a recent dispute with Princess Anne, Queen Camilla, and Princess Charlotte have disturbed this picture, shocking both the public and royal insiders. This a stressful moment occurred on live television and was entirely unheard of. It displayed a weekend the royal family's sentimental side, things we typically don't see. Now that the situation has subsided, and the repercussions from this encounter could alter how people perceive the monarchy and how they engage with society in the future. For centuries, the royal family has followed a custom of maintaining private disputes. They consistently ensure that their public personas demonstrated dignity and solidarity. But during an important occasion, Princess Anne carried out the unexpected by publicly opposing Queen Camilla's strength and dominance in front of a sizable crowd. Anne is well known for being resolute and possessing her own thoughts. This time, she even further by voicing her opinions in public ideas. This revealed an alternative facet of the monarchy, demonstrating that there are regarding laws and traditions, but also include sincere emotions and personal difficulties. Her actions were contrary to the pristine regal appearance, revealing a family that faces disputes and stress like any other. The Princess Charlotte's participation made this confrontation is even more unexpected. Her involvement in the event touched a nerve with the general public. People respect integrity and sincerity. Seeing the royals' resolute stance was admirable. Her behavior demonstrates how the younger royals are prepared to influence the course of the monarchy. They're not content to merely follow ancient customs. Their goal is to make a difference and engage the public. For many years, detractors have asserted that the monarchy is not linked to the facts of the contemporary world, but something unforeseen could alter this perception. Currently, the royal family has on chance to establish a connection with the public by being genuine and open. People are more likely to sympathize with leaders that are forthright about their challenges, as opposed to those who act fake to be flawless. But heading in the direction of, there are challenges in being more transparent. Throughout history, the royal family has had to juggle their personal lives with their obligations to the public. If disputes become overt, they're possibly more focus from the media, leading to ceaseless rumors and critique. The monarchy has historically been adept at displaying a strong front, particularly in difficult periods. But if family disputes continue to going public, it might harm this picture. Now, it's crucial to hit a balance between being real and safeguarding the dignity and stability the monarchy is known for. How the way the family handles this will affect their future. Embracing this incident as a marker of changing times and choosing for a more transparent approach could help them create a stronger bond with the public, particularly with younger people who value real leadership. If they try to ignore or reduce the conflict, they could appear as dishonest. In a world that is changing quickly, failure to adjust could result in the monarchy appear outdated and disengaged. A fresh phase for the British royalty family. The royal family of Britain are renowned for being calm, sophisticated, and according to custom. Their audience looks are carefully considered, and any personal disputes are typically kept private. However, a recent act of integrity has altered this picture, implying a transition to openness and genuineness. For a long time, the royal family has always stood for unity. Any differences of opinion were always maintained, inside the palace, in private. This command has affected how individuals perceive the monarchy, giving it an air of mystery and composed. But Princess Anna recently had a candid conversation with Queen Camilla, who defied these expectations. Instead of staying quiet, Anne spoke freely about her anxieties considering Camilla's influence in making choices. This was important because it went against the unwritten decree that royals shouldn't publicly oppose one another. Anne is taking a simpler method to connections within the royal family, ignoring pre-written statements and scheduled appearances. It seems that sincerity and candid conversation are now being regarded as significant. Her readiness to publicly discuss her ideas represents a larger shift in how the monarchy functions, including an additional component in this case, the involvement of Princess Charlotte in her youth. She hails from she, and the next group of royals' participation in this dispute demonstrates a lot regarding the course of the monarchy. Rather than remaining behind, she chose to intervene, showcasing her preparedness to assume a leadership role place. This implies that younger royals might not adhere to the traditional customs of remaining silent and submissive. Rather, they might raise their voices and play a greater involvement in forming the future of monarchy. The general public has reacted favorably to this moment. Many people find the concept of a more transparent royal family and simple to understand. Sincerity and vulnerability is highly appreciated in the world of today. Thus, this modification may aid in strengthening the monarchy's relationship with the general public. Rather than coming across as aloof and distant, monarchs who publicly sharing their opinions could be interpreted as more sincere and reliable. However, there are some challenges with this modification. The monarchy's authority has historically originate from combining traditional principles and contemporary concepts. Despite being more open is a good thing. Open could result in a great deal of intense analysis and unfavorable remarks from the general public. If members of the royal family begin to express disagreement more freely, often it could raise concerns regarding power and harmony. Determining how to move with the times while maintaining the deference and structure that make the monarchy's rise will be significant challenge. The dispute between Princess Queen Camilla, and Anne Charlotte is more than a chance occurrence. It represents an important turning point in royal past. It demonstrates that the royal family must adapt in order to stay crucial in this modern day. They must reconcile their long-standing customs with the integrity that is valued in today's society. What do you think about the continued tension? Do you believe that the monarchy will change to this recent modification? Post your ideas in the remarks, and remember to like, exchange, and sign up. Prior to leaving, be sure to select the video that is displayed on your screen.